Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Jackie Fish, and the man himself has done it again. Bloc, if you don't know, is the guy who went ahead and created the amazing space battles in Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord, and also the crazy beach landings. Well, let me tell you, he has absolutely outdone himself today, basically creating an RTS inside of Bannerlord. Think Age of Empires, Age of Mythology. Well, he's gone ahead and pretty much done that right here, and it's actually insane, like, to think that the game is possible to do something like this. So today we're going to go ahead and take a look at his video, kind of really explore this and yeah, basically deep dive into it. If you guys want to see him do some more crazy stuff, he did mention when I was asking for permission to show this video that you guys can basically ask what you want to see, and if it's possible, maybe it's something he will do. So down below in the comments, be sure to go ahead and say some crazy ideas you want to see him attempt in Bannerlord, because he's definitely pushing the engine as far as it possibly can go. And I'll of course leave a link to the original video along with his channel, so if you want to stay up to date with his crazy maddening mods, then definitely go ahead and do this. So as you can see, he has basically created Age of Empires inside of Bannerlord. In the bottom left of your camera, we do have the resources. We have grain, gold, and I'm not sure, and lumber, of course, as well as the population limit. Whenever you select a townsman, you get given this big old building menu that has a whole range of different things that you can go ahead and grab. We also saw earlier on in the video as well, you could zoom in and play as a soldier as well, which is a really interesting concept when it comes to RTSs. And I think there's been one or two RTS games out there that have allowed you to do this, but nothing like kind of on this scale, which is really cool. Right now, he's currently setting up his lumber production, sending out the workers to go ahead and do that, and he recruited these peasants from the town center as well, and it went ahead and basically spawned them in, yeah, which is really interesting. He's then going to go ahead and stick down a house or two to boost that population limit. And really, there's really, if this someone wants to go ahead and develop this, because if you guys don't know, Bloc basically goes ahead and just creates like these crazy things in the engines, but doesn't develop them any further. He doesn't kind of go the extra step to make it more accessible, playable, bug-free and stuff. He's just like, okay, cool, I've created this crazy thing, I'm going to move on to the next crazy thing. But it would be cool if someone did come in and do this and made this into like a multiplayer game mode. That'd be really goddamn exciting. It truly would. So right now we also have, is this a quarry back here, I think. He's putting down to start getting some gold income in, I don't think it's put down any farms yet or anything along them lines, just focusing on them houses. You of course do need the peasants to go ahead and create the buildings, so you don't have your military units, I believe, can't build in this game mode. It is just the people, and now he is sticking this down. He also did mention to me as well that he does actually have an updated version of this mod, where it's got like better buildings and kind of things are just running a little bit better, so we might see another video on that. But you could really kind of create a very exciting game mode, because he has a whole range of completely different things in the mod. There's destruction, army building, you can play as soldiers. There is tons you could do with this, and once again, it's just crazy. So right now we've got the farms down with the lumber camps. Now we're finally going to go ahead and get a barracks down. Barracks is of course going to allow him to start recruiting soldiers from, I think the barracks is mainly going to be infantry. But of course, he will be able to then get a stable down and start getting some cavalry. And we'll see all of that momentarily, getting some more peasants out as well. And there you go, yeah, you get the Valandian sergeants and the other soldiers, and you can see they go ahead and basically spawn in as your army. So you can use your resources you've gathered across the map to spawn in. Want to get some more houses in. Also, a few things as well I think would be really cool for Bloc to do is something like a tower defense. I think a tower defense in this game, especially like showing something like this off, could be really fun. Just having troops spawn in, a base camp you need to protect, and then you basically just create towers, because he kind of has the foundation of that right here already. This is kind of like an extra step further, I would even say. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be looking at the comments down below, so he can see what you guys have suggested and see if there's anything crazy that he does want to go ahead and mess around with. Because I mean, the sky is literally the limit. He's done the space battles that we saw earlier on in the video. He's done naval landings. Like, like I'm trying to think of like something crazy that he could try and attempt. That would be possible, and it would be very cool to see. So yeah, some more infantry being spawned down. They do spawn instantly, but I imagine it would be hard to go ahead and set that to a timer or something along those lines. Okay, so a little bit further on in the video now, and he's basically just building up his army. You can see his limit as well, and there are actually towers in the build menu as well, so I assume you would be able to build that. But yeah, now he's basically getting his army ready to go and conquer the enemy's base. Yeah, sticking them all in one group, so you can see they're grouping up now, and he will be able to push on with this group. He also has heroes as well, so yeah, you can definitely do something along them lines. And there you go, he's moving his army forward. I imagine, like, it would be very interesting if this ever did get a bit more developed as well, because, like, how would you stop people from coming in and sniping your base and stuff? Like, there'd be a whole wealth of things to have to try and deal with, you know, with them. That's probably one of the reasons he doesn't take these mods any further than just kind of almost a tech demo, because it's kind of all, you know, there's all that type of stuff to kind of think about, which just isn't really worth his time, as he isn't planning on going any forward. But now we can start to see the military kicking it up a notch and, yeah, throwing himself in with soldiers. Bringing the cavalry over as well, and you'll be able to see him just slowly start to destroy his opponent's base. And you can also see the AI is building buildings as well. The AI didn't have this at the beginning of the game, which is kind of interesting. I don't think they've really built any military or anything. Of course, that would be something you'd have to code in, like, for them to understand what's going on. But for the most part, the AI has, like, built their base up, which is, again, kind of impressive. I'm not sure if he's done much work on that. But yeah, they've built buildings. They built some military units. They're kind of just sitting around. They obviously don't really understand they need to protect their base or anything. But they have built that, and you can see the way that they are destruction. Again, apparently in a newer version of this, he has also made it so that there's more damaging effects on buildings. So it's a little bit more, I guess, cinematic when it does come to that. And I think, yeah, there you go. He just jumps in as a soldier, go raid his opponent's economy. And yeah, look at that. Peasants are running, and you can see some of the building animations as well, completely destroying it. And there you go. The battle has been won. The town center has been destroyed. But I could quite easily imagine you just, like, kind of give buildings more HP and allow you to repair buildings. And, like, this could literally be a major RTS game. Add in some other mods and some custom units and stuff. Oh, it would be insane. So, you know, I don't expect Block to probably develop this any further than he already has, but it would be insane if he could get a workable multiplayer version where there's 2 people and you just basically mess around and you build units and fight. That would be something I would love to see. However, I don't think it's going to be the case. I think Block has already moved on to doing something even crazier, I am sure. So that's going to be it for today's video. Kind of a short one today, but I wanted to take a look at this in case you guys hadn't seen it, because, yeah, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely crazy. From everything he is creating, he's really showing that Bannerlord is truly, you know, has very few boundaries for modders to mess around with, and it just makes me super excited for the day they eventually get the full mod tools and they can start adding in custom races and really starting to dive in and mess around with a ton of stuff, because right now they are kind of limited, or very limited, to the tools they currently have. So yeah, it'll be great when the game fully comes out of early access, modders get access to a lot of tools, and they can really start to create just epic stuff, because that's going to be amazing. So if you guys enjoy this, make sure you drop a like and a comment down below. If you want to go ahead and see Block do some more crazy stuff, make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Again, link to that down below in the description. Let him know down below in my comment section what you'd like to see him try and attempt next, and I'll see you guys in the next one.